Hello, people. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Today, we will talk about the English alphabet. Um, and let's start some comments on it. So, the alphabet in English is pretty similar to one we use in Brazilian Portuguese. The difference are most related to pronunciation, right? Despite being an Anglo-Saxon language, English borrow a lot from uh, Latin culture and things like that, like Portuguese too. Um, and so they have some words related to Latin, and Portuguese is a Neo-Latin language. So Latin influence is all over the place. Okay, but let's start talking about the vowels, right? So what happened between Brazilian Portuguese and English? The vowels, of course, when they are pronounced out of out of context, what we pronounce as a vowel in English, it's pronounced as a diphthong. So a vowel and a semivowel, or a semivowel vowel and a vowel. For example, a turns to a, e turns to e turns to I, o turns to o, u turns to u. So with this basic information, you can check out a lot of words in English, and you can understand a little better, listen a little better what is said in the language. Of course, sometimes the vowel doesn't follow this pronunciation. It goes with the context, whatever. So, but in some cases they are, so you can use it. So pronunciation and context can change depending on the word and the variety. So as I said about the vowels, so you have date, car, and banana. You have date, help, feet. And you see, you have here two E together makes an I, right? I mean, sonically speaking. And you have I, life, bill. So you see, it's not always pronounced as I said before. O, doctor, over, movie, food. You have here two O. It sounds like you. And then guitar, bullet, music. So you see, it's interesting to know the rules, to know when they are broken by the speaker. All right, about consonants, they are pretty much uh, similar, but that's an interesting difference that makes it looks like something not important, but it makes the whole change. So if you see here the consonants B, C, D, F, G, H, J, L. So for example, that's a good thing to talk about consonants in Brazilian Portuguese and in English. You have L, right? And in Portuguese we say L. We in Brazilian Portuguese we say L. So we emphasize this final final vowel. So L-E, right? Uh, and in English, it's L. So you don't have this vowel at the end. So, uh, and this is very important because sometimes uh, you have the vowel, but you don't pronounce. So you are. You don't pronounce the last vowel. So you are. It's just a way to express. So, and it makes a big difference because in Brazilian Portuguese, we are used to syllables formed by consonant, vowel. So this structure, it's on your linguistic approach. And in English, you can finish a word with a consonant. You know, it's pretty common. Um, and then here we also have the consonant meeting. Think, the, ibeth. This th sound is not very easy at first because we don't have it in Brazilian Portuguese, right? But if you train, you can get there. I don't think it's a huge problem. Enough, cough, so GH sounds kind of F. And phantom philosophy, so PH sounds like F. Like it sound, for example, if you get texts for Brazilian Portuguese from old times, you can see farmácia with PH, right? This is an influence of Latin culture. Here we have the International Phonetic Alphabet, uh, and it shows like the consonants. Right. Oh, another thing, a consonant, linguistically speaking, is a breaking on a sound. So consonants are connect to breaking the sounds, while vowels they are considered to be um, the emission of sounds. Okay, so there's this connection between them. Uh, so it's interesting for you to check the International Phonetic Alphabet because, for example, you can, if you study this really deep, you can read a text in any language because there's just and pronounce it because it's just the pronunciation anyway. Okay, here we have two exercises for you to do. So the first one is to spell your name. So your first name, you get your first name, and you spell it like I say mine, like Marcelo, right? Um, and the exercise two, you're going to listen some words in Brazilian Portuguese, spell in English. Write them down, right? You check here, this is the flag of the United States of Brazil. It was an idea that people had for our flag. Okay, so the first word is Cadeira. Cadeira. Okay, let's go to the second. Sala space De space Aula. Okay, the third word Estudante. Estudante. And the last one Quadro. All right, so let's check. These are the words I said. Cadeira, sala de aula, estudante, quadro negro, right? And now you translate to the words to English, right? So, can use chair, classroom, student, and blackboard. Right? That's interesting because sometimes the blackboard is not even black. Sometimes it's green, sometimes it's white. Anyways, um, here we are as we're talking about alphabet. I bring you here the song ABC for Jackson 5. Um, and it talks about it's a very childish song, right? And Jackson 5 at that time they were formed by kids, right? Mike was around 8, whatever. As you can see in the picture, in the middle is Michael Jackson when he had a big nice hair. um, and then the lyrics talk about I before E, so this is about alphabet except after C. So 2 plus 2 makes 4. So the connections to mathematics. And I'm gonna teach you all about love. It's a classic statement for a pop song. And they say do, re, mi, a, b, c, 1, 2, 3. So learning music, alphabet, and calculation. Um, okay, this image here, it's the cartoon for the Jackson 5. As you can see, this is on 3. Uh, so reading, writing, arithmetic, so the things you learn in the school. Without the roots of love, everyday girl, your education incomplete. How to get an A. So it shows the system in mostly in the United States. They have A to F instead of 10 to 0, as we do here in Brazil, for instance. Um, so Jackson 5, here's a brief biography about them. Uh, so they were the brothers Jack, Tito, and Jermaine, and Marlon and Michael. So this was the first formation of the band, formed by brothers. Uh, and so they play in the what's called the Chitlin Circuit. It's the connection of pubs where black bands used to play. 68 they signed with Motown. Motown was a big, huge record label for black music at the 60s, 70s. So I went to back ABC, The Love Is Saving, I'll Be There. So they were very famous, these songs. They were, people used to call them the Black Beatles because of the fame they had. Four studio albums and one live album, and also release other records, singles like Enjoy Yourself, Shake Your Body, Can You Feel It. It was hugely successful. So Michael was already a big star at the age of 8. So it was interesting to know a little bit about this band. If you want to check it out, music is wonderful. Lyrics are a bit whatever, but lyrics are not important songs, and if you really pay attention to it. But the music is great, and you see young Michael, you know, destroying with all his energy at his age. Okay, thank you, people. See you around. Bye.